with Bookshelf by Julie, and I'd like to welcome you to my crafty space, where I hope you'll find something useful for, you know, your crafting or your whatever you might find it useful for. So, I thought I'd bring you along on some more of the construction of this journal, the Autumn Grateful Journal. I've got my pieces cut out, of course, and they're matted. They're ready to put on, but I don't want to put them on. They've got double stick tape on. I don't want to put them on until I put my fabric on for the spine. Now, this time sometimes I leave it out, sometimes I put it under. This time I want it under because I just want to have just the fabric showing, and then the mats will be on top of it, more or less. Because it's going to be covered anyways. I'm going to put lace on it, you know. That's what I do. So I thought I'd bring you along for this part of the construction, and we'll see what we can get done. It's a little bit messy doing this, but you know, it's handy. I like this this particular PVA glue to put the fabric on with, because it is for bookbinding, and it doesn't dry hard and brittle. It stays kind of soft and pliable, so it's the one I choose to work with. You can use whatever you want to use. A lot of people use that Fabri-Tac, and that's fine. I can't use it because of my asthma. It messes with me really bad. But, you know, que sera, sera. I just use this. Whatever glue you're going to use, make sure you kind of keep it to where it's going to be underneath the fabric, and you don't want any specific glue lines that's going to show through your fabric, because there are some glues that tend to be a little shiny, and they will make streaks on your fabric. So I try to avoid that because I don't like it, you know. So yeah, I try to avoid that. Sorry, I'm twisting it all which ways around here. I'm just trying to get it where I need it to be. I want it along that, you know, there. And then I'm going to turn it over here. You just want it to be on there really good and snug. No wrinkling up or anything like that. The frayed edges, that won't matter. It just won't matter at all. When I'm going to have them out, sometimes I like them to be that way. So yeah, that's okay. But with this, I want it to be tucked under, so it's not going to be a thing. I don't want too much past the edge because, you know, it could get a little shiny, something that you don't cover. I'm going to be matting this, so I'm not too worried. I just want it to be down there really snug. Okay. So there's that. Not too bad, huh? Okay, so we've got our fabric on. Do a little bit of cleanup because you don't want to let too many things get ahead of you. Okay, now what I'm going to do is put this one on, and it'll overlap just so. And so yeah, let me do that. Okay, let me do that, and we'll have our outside of our cover began, right? I really do like these papers. They're so pretty. I'm thinking about for the front cover, for my element for the front cover, to do another printout of this and fussy cut around a lot of these things and have it as a tuck-in spot. I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but it's a thought, right? It's okay to think things. I think it is. I'm always doing it, so it must be all right, right? Okay, silliness happens when you're crafting. Okay, so I'm going to get these. Oops, not that one. And I'm not going to put all these mats on in front of you because I don't want to lose subscribers. I don't want to bore you to death. Okay? But I do want to get some of it done. And there are some people who might think, oh, well, that's a good way to do that. Or, will you hurry up and get on with it? You know, I don't know. I don't know what other people think. So, anyways, I'm going to get this on there in between my silliness. And I always give it a good covering because sometimes it doesn't go where I want it to go the first go around and I need to move it. And then that glue lets me move it a little bit if I'm careful. But I want it to be, you know, the front cover needs to be really, really good, right? So I want it to be where I want it to be. Yeah. Okay, so with that, I've got it where I want it to be. So I'm going to lift this up and take the rest of the tape off and finish putting it down. Then I can get the rest of it done. Well, maybe I'll put the back, I don't know, it won't take too long to put the back mat on. I won't bore you to death too much. I might get silly though, it happens, so I'm sorry. So anyway, we have to have fun. Because, you know, crafting is that. It's fun. Okay, now we get that down. And give it a good squashing, excuse my reach, a good rolling. I remember when I was a kid, there used to be festivals and things like that where you would go and people would actually bob for apples. Can you imagine? Getting down in that barrel and messing around in other people's spit and stuff. I'm sorry. It's just, you know, what happens with my poor little brain. Okay, here we go. Okay, this one's a little piecemealed. Anyways, here we go. Get this together. Ooh, that's under there. Okay. So, but the festivals had other things besides apple bobbing. They had hay rides, and that's not good for a person's asthma or allergies or what. I mean, you know, it's a thing. Did I get that one? I did. Okay. Sometimes you can't hardly tell if you got the backing off or not, or I can't, so I just touch it and see. You know. All those times when, you know, your mom will say, don't touch that. I'm always the one that, you know, touched it. It's just, I'm weird that way. My kids were the same way when they were little. I go to the store, I'm like, put your hands in your pockets. Mom, put your hands in your pockets. Because I knew them. They would be touching things. I wasn't mean. I was just, you know, being proactive instead of reactive. I suppose. At least that's what I thought of it as. Okay, now this is the top. Okay, I don't want to get upside down. That would be awkward to get upside down on my... Hope I'm not getting my head in the camera. Oh my word. Okay. All right. There we go. We've got it down on the back. So, yeah. It's kind of fun when you see yourself and your kids, though. It really is. Or it was to me. It still is to me. Even as adults, I can see me in them and I go, oh, I know what you're going to do about that situation because, you know, yeah. Okay. All right. We've got that on there. So we've got our cover done. I'll put the inside mats on off video so that I don't have to bore you to death or share any more of my superciliousness. Okay, we've got that. I think that's so pretty. And we've got our spine covered up. And, you know, like I said, I'm going to put lace and stuff so it won't matter. And we're going to sew in our signature. The reason I put that cotton fabric down through there is that it does give your spine some extra strength. And when I put that signature, I'm going to sew it in here. And it's going to be right through that cotton fabric. And it'll hold it and not let anything rip. And it'll be durable. All the journals I make, I want them to be sturdy, durable, you know, something that's not going to give somebody grief. They're going to be happy to use it and you know, get comfortable in the pages. That's what you have to do with a book, right? Is get comfortable in those pages. So, okay. Those are down and looking really pretty. I hope you like it. I hope it was useful to you. Putting some outside bits on. Still thinking about that fussy cutting thing. I think that would be really cool to have an insert front on the, I don't know. I'll think about it and see what I do. It might be a thing. Okay, so there's that. I hope you don't mind my little bit of crafting that I did today. I've got a lot going on right now, and I'm just trying to make progress, right? Okay, so if you could find it in your heart to like and subscribe, that would just be awesome and wonderful. And yeah, thanks for watching. TTFN.
Do, do.